5 1/4, I think. The outer one's like 7. But all that stuff's crammed into that 5 1/4. It's like
yeah, wires and wires, yeah. Okay. Oh, here we are in action. Crazy. Okay. There's time work. Oh, okay. That's Merry Christmas here. Okay. Oh, okay, that was fun too. The whole reflector assembly in the dish. Okay, that's your final dish there. And John is getting ready to paint. So, in our really good photos, and then some of Richard Dayton's writings, he said that the spikes on the pilot nacelles and parts of the reflector area were painted gold, almost copper in tone. And so what they had done, they had taken apart the eccentric cylinders behind the dish, and they were gold. And I thought, you don't know about that. So he said, can you get the old assembled gold they put on in 1974? So they dug it out of the archives and lined it up, and yes, those are the same colors of paint. And then John looked underneath, and there's a copperish tone gold color. Okay, here's John at work for like hour after hour trying to match paint.
the other thing here. The other thing about this too was that inside those rings, there was all this crud. It looked like sawdust and I don't know what all, spider parts and all this stuff had gotten inside of it. And the outer tube, that's actually a triangular opening inside. So the opening you're seeing is really small, but it's a lot bigger when you get inside. So going in and cleaning all that out and getting the surface clean again, what a pain in the neck. And then also there's a hole, which you can see through that, which they had put in there to, I guess, route wiring at one point. And I bonded that back in and got it perfectly flat and got it all painted and everything. And they came back and said, no, it's got to go. Because that's the way it was. I had to pop that thing back out, which was a little bit heartbreaking because it was perfect. But museum stuff.
And even worse, our photos show that the backing here, that was the original pilot gray color. So that was a fun job of messing. And here's the final product. You got the goldish copper color, the actual coppery dish, and even in our best photos, you couldn't tell exactly what color that spike was because actually this dish here, before it was painted, it would make it look copper because it's light reflecting the copper up here. And our best guess was it's sort of a brassy color, so it's kind of a silvery, brassy, whatever.
Non-specific.
Yes, a generic color, but it's in the photos. Oh, here's John's other fun.
This is the Matt Jeffrey simulator. And what this was, I was walking around, because they were storing aircraft in here, and they had a dumpster full of scrap metal. And I wanted to make this arm so that we could mount a rod out of the bottom of the saucer because we needed to reproduce the grid lines, both the circles, but then also the radial lines that extend out from them. So I went and found some scrap aluminum and some engine parts to make these little brackets out of and fashion this thing out of junk that was laying around in the shop there. But this way we could mount this thing. If you got a shot of it where it's, okay, you'll see how it works.
Okay, this is the aircrafting part here. You want to?
Yeah. Well, that was, both Bill and I were doing this, and it was one of those things where we kind of get to the point where it's time to do it and exhale and then draw the pencil down. And so for the straight lines, we had this gadget, but then also we had this foot that had felt on it, so that it was protecting the paint surface, but there were actually holes drilled in that, which gave us the concentric circles, so we could put those in exactly where they were.
These are actually much better circles than the originals because Matt Jeffrey did them very quickly and it was good enough for TV, but everything was a little bit off. Now it's all. Okay. And yes, Bill's having a good time here. So. You see the beads of sweat popping up the forehead here. Okay, here's the pictures I took back in '91 were came out good. This is a '91 photo. So we can compare up here to make sure the lettering's all the same, everything looks like it did back then. So this is very helpful. I'm very glad.
Oh, these are the decals that Rick got made. We were putting, because at one point we talked about doing dry transfer, we talked about using vinyl for sketch and painting them, just so they'd be more permanent. But in the museum spirit, they wanted to go back with water slide decals, so that it would be the way it was originally. So that's what we went with.
Did I mention one thing?
The folks who did the silk screening, okay? Victory Silk Screen, Cal Precision Graphics in California. These guys do aircraft control panels and, you know, numbers and just, you know, they're in the aircraft trade. And, you know, I saw some tests of some of the silk screening that they had done before. I was able to get large pieces of decal paper, okay? Uncoated decal paper, okay? And I got those from Microscale. They were very nice about it. And then Cal Precision gave them the artwork for the numbers and letters, and we got multiple copies of things. They did if I remember correctly, they did a clear layer and a black layer. And then you guys took it over.
Yeah, and they were beautiful too. They were the nicest decals I've ever seen, actually. They were really thick, slight flexibility to them. They were really, really, really beautiful. And the other thing that was interesting was Gary's research. You guys somehow figured out that there was a variation between some of the 1s, 7s, between pilot and production, and so all that stuff we reflected in this. And you know, there's some variations, but that's all, we actually put it all in there. Gary was applying water slide decals for the first time in her life. She was overjoyed.
Oh, here's Bill painting the landing gear covers as Richard Nates at the top. That's what they called them back then.
It's just that all they are is paint, and you know, I remember seeing photos of the model as a kid, and I thought they were maybe screens, like maybe they needed air to get in there to cool the lights, but it's just paint.
Okay. You can tell these guys work in Hollywood.
Well, but does anybody get the significance of the colors?
No colors.
Yeah, red, blue, green. Science command. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a pinata, but you know.
Okay, this is the fun part. Putting this is another fun thing right here. These rings underneath, they're like very irregular, but you know, everybody assumed that they were just, you know, engraved and painted gray, but new photos, they looked sort of tannish. So you had to mask them all off and then paint it. See, oddly, this is a photo I took in 1991. I see at the time, I think it was in the 84 restoration. They took some color paint, sort of like, let's paint over the dorsal leading edge, let's paint over anything that has color on it. To make a nice, even white spaceship. So there's a couple spots they missed. At the time, I thought this was just like dirt crud that had accumulated in the rings there, but no, that's the original tan paint. It was actually something that still survived, and I'm so glad I did that photo because that actually documented it. Okay, this is something Bill will be showing you after a while, but this was not in the Roddenberry vault. This is your typical banking shot. In other words, the camera just falls over sideways and then the ship is banked. Now, in the pilot version, you had this little intercooler thing, whatever, going, control reactor.
Control reactor, yeah.
And they had painted on the original thing, just a fake, the cell tray, not very well. And in the back, we have one photo that shows they had painted the rectangular vent back here. Now, when they were doing some of the uncovering there, they okay, here is the actual paint element, photos of that. But, we had no pictures to show what happened to it after the Tribbles mini conversion, when they improved on things. So, I took this home, and this is like would normally have been trimmed off the edge of the special effects buddies, you wouldn't have seen it. But there is a block, Galveston wood. You can see it's raised up. It doesn't quite fit the curvature of the cell at that point, but I took just wild estimations, and it apparently came